Niner, maintain climb at 280 to 300.
5 CTIS at low minimum visibility. Advised to go around. Suggest reroute to San Diego. This fog's too thick.
Hands where I can see them. Everybody! Everybody! Hope that ain't decaf.
VR.5.
Anything in your subconscious can be cool in the VR. You know that, right? Anything in anybody else's.
I'm trying to protect you.
Who do you work for?
Just call in the committee.
Did your father ever take you into VR.5?
I think it's playing with your brain. I love it.
Welcome to the game, Sidney Boone.
Sydney? Sydney!
What are you doing here?
Your dispatcher told us where you'd be. It's an emergency. 7 air traffic controllers are being held hostage at the airport tower. The gunman's demanding that we fly Air Force One up from Washington. There's a negotiator on the line now. So we need a profile, Sydney. We need to know who he is, why he's doing this.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you want me to go in, but you know anything about it?
I know that he's promised to shoot them if we don't meet his demands.
I need information. I need something to make it work.
Unfortunately, there's no time.
I'm not prepared.
Listen, there's no choice, Sydney. Do you understand? Please?
You're not listening to me, are you? I said I don't want to play good cop, bad cop with you. I want Ed Patterson. If you can get him off the golf course. Ask around. He's a very important man. Which one of you is Pete? Sit down! All right, listen, I'm gonna sign off now, okay? Because I've given you a lot to think about, and I wouldn't want it to be my fault the plane doesn't get here in time.
control tower. Gotta be in here. How about a little improvisation? Okay, radar, LED, nah. Active matrix, state of the art. Here we go.
What do you want? Don't you know I'm very busy up here?
Just checking in, making sure the people are okay.
Donut supplies are a little low, but let's talk about that plane. I know how hard it is to get anything from the government.
Well, you got that right, but we're working on it. Listen, I'm just going to switch phones here.
What? Oh, yeah. Sure you are.
Sydney.
Right here.
The people here think we're patching through to Washington. Are you ready?
Ready or not.
Tower Control to Ambulance 61903. Are you still on approach?
9-3, we don't know where we are. Fog's too thick. Request ground radar vector.
Do you see the runway?
Tower Control, 9-3, we can't see anything. We do not have
Don't worry, I got you, 93. I'll talk you in. 93, you are approaching at 500 feet.
Roger, Tower, still no visibility.
Oh. 93, you are 300 feet to touchdown.
Tower, if you say so.
Controller.
Still a controller. You're golden, 93. See the runway right about. Not again. Oh, no, not again.
No! No, wait! Get the... 751.
What have you got?
Not what I expected. Was there a runway crash in 1990?
Why?
His name is Kyle Jarvis. Should be the controller. There was a crash.
Sydney, what did you see?
Maybe he never got over it. Maybe he's suffering from some post-traumatic syndrome.
Survivor's guilt.
No, I don't think so, because it wasn't his fault. Everything he did was right.
Are you sure?
That's what it looked like. Oliver? Oliver?
What you're saying sheds a whole new light on things.
Well, yeah, if what I saw really happened.
It's not going to fix it up for you to go back in and find out for certain.
Wait a minute, Oliver, please. Let me do it right this time. Let me get some answers so that I know where to begin. Okay?
How much time do you need?
How long do I have?
I don't know. I've got to know what he's capable of. It can't happen again. It's Samson here. No casualties as yet. I would say things are cautiously stable at present. Oh, she's taken him in once, but no breakthroughs. No identity, no motive. Not yet. Well, I'm holding back on force until we can get her online with him again. Well, I'll inform you as soon as I know anything. As soon as I know enough for myself.
What did you think it was?
We've cut the electricity at the tower.
Isn't that risky? I'm trying to gain this guy's confidence here.
Yeah, it's riskier giving him access to the system. When he finds out the plane isn't even off the runway.
Wait a minute. Why isn't it?
Government policy. We don't negotiate with terrorists. I'm bringing in the SWAT team now.
No, you're not.
What are you talking about? They've got 7 people hostage.
Stall him. Washington's a long flight. He won't be expecting that plane for at least 4 hours.
Stall him what?
Gentlemen, I'm Edward Patterson.
With him.
Sid! I think I got some.
Kyle Jarvis, number, no address. Who's it?
No, hello. Department of Motor Vehicles? Yes, my name is Kyle Jarvis. Jarvis. Yeah, I seem to have lost my driver's license. And I'm trying to cash a check here at a store, and they won't accept it without proof. Oh, it's very embarrassing. I was wondering if I give you my phone number, would you verify my address for the salesperson? Absolutely. She's right here. Yeah, here. I'll give it to you.
Hello.
Blackouts are so much fun. Was that so I can't play with any of the airport's computers?
This is Ed Patterson. I'm told you wanted to speak with me.
Mr. Patterson. It's a long haul from Beverly Hills.
But then again, I guess that's nothing compared to your climb up the ladder of success.
Do we know each other?
I was one of the rungs you stepped on.
Don't you remember? Because you should try, for her sake.
Hello?
Yes, we're here. Is everyone all right?
That plane he wants is on its way, right?
Kyle?
Kyle,
Plane is on the way, right?
is everything all right? What's going on?
Please.
Kyle? Kyle?
Why don't you just send in the SWAT team?
Ask him.
Who are you? What's your authority here?
I want to know why that terrorist asked for you by name.
I wouldn't know.
They seem to know you well enough to harbor a grudge.
I don't even know who he is.
Who do you work for?
Aerostar Avionics.
And why are you so important to this man?
Look, this is not about me. I got a call, I came down to help out. Maybe the real question is, who are you? And why aren't you doing anything to help those hostages up
We're
there?
doing all we can.
Then send up sharpshooters, end it quick.
That's not the way we work.
Who's we? I haven't seen any credentials. I don't even see you in a uniform.
I'll need you to stay on the premises in case he asks for you again. You have a connection with him, and I aim to find out what it is.
Why don't you tell me when you do? Mr.
The sale will do just fine for now. This is Sampson. I want you to run a check for me. Patterson, Edward, currently employed by Aerostar Avionics.
Wow, the DMV gave out all the info on the phone.
Yeah. Next time you see me gearing up to flip off some Psycho in a Vega, you gotta remind me of this.
Is this the right street? Are you sure it's east?
East. This is the place.
I don't get it.
Yeah, well, what do you expect from the DMV?
Doc, you still got that license number?
Uh-huh. 2PK104.
Yep.
Civil service comes through in the clutch.
Yeah.
A van with a view.
Looks like home.
Well, man's got a lot of friends.
Saw a picture in VR.
Bet he doesn't have a more recent one.
Coast Air 504 with you off 20.
Hey, doggy up.
504, turn right on hotel.
Let's listen to airport traffic.
I like it.
Right on hotel, left on Lima Hotel.
What is this, Sid? 5E, 5D, 30B, and what is it? Shoe measurements, skivvy sizes?
Seat numbers. No one survived.
Business section. I can't read this, but maybe.
Patterson. Patterson becomes senior VP at Aerostar Avionics.
You think there's a junior VP?
Patterson, former accident investigator. Accident investigator for National Transportation Safety Board.
AKA NTSB.
Look up Flight 503, Doug.
503. So you got weird, wild stuff here, Flight 503. Bingo. 1990, Flight 503. Heavy fog, 132 fatalities. Investigator Edward Patterson. Controller Jarvis found responsible and fired after testimony from a waitress who served him alcoholic beverages for commencement of his shift.
He wasn't drunk.
In VR.
No, but he would have been drunk in VR if he'd been drunk in reality.
Raises an interesting question, Sid. Just how well does the subconscious hold its liquor?
Excuse me. Does Marcia Riddle still work here?
Not anymore. She owns a place. She's at the bar.
Oh. Thanks.
Sure.
Marcia?
Can I help you?
Pretty wild what's going on at the control tower.
What are you, a reporter?
Well, were we expecting a reporter?
Why not? The place is crawling with them.
Well, I can see why they'd want to talk to you. I mean, you know, seeing that you were the witness who testified against him in the investigation.
What are you talking about?
Well, the man in the tower. He's the guy he testified against.
This has nothing to do with me. What's your problem?
Was it true? I mean, was he drinking like you said?
Why would I have said so if he wasn't?
I don't know.
I can fix that for you. You have to stick a pen in it, like a splint.
$10 million tower, and they move in the old chairs.
I guess they go with these. Vacuum tubes. Nobody in the world uses these in computers anymore. Except the FAA.
There's been a lot of budget cuts.
Budget cuts? This old junk costs 10 times what the new stuff does. I'll tell you who's afraid of budget cuts. Guys like Edward Patterson with their illegal supplier contracts tucked in the pockets of their cheap suits. You look new. But I'm sure they've given you the speech, right? The scapegoat speech, right? Come on! It's an ATC tradition. It's a matter of survival. Something goes wrong out there. Anything. What? Finish it. What? What? Finish it. What? What? It's the controller's fault, no matter what!
Well, this time. This time, it's up to them.
Del 484, Roger. This is Ontario.
Long Beach,
Hold short of Tango 6, 8 expect. Affirmative, satellite control 305, turn right heading 360. San Diego's.
Give me that. Yeah.
What?
Scrambling the radar.
You said the tower's electricity was cut off.
Center Control in Palmdale. He's not just scrambling this airport, he's scrambling all of Southern California. Look, I don't know who you are or why you're here, only that I've been ordered not to ask.
Annoying, isn't it?
That's more than just 7 lives now. Do you understand? I have got to do something.
Tell the SWAT commander to get his team ready.
And?
And wait.
Hey, order me a sauerkraut on rye, will you, Sid?
Hello, Blue Mac.
Get you anything else?
Coffee.
G&T, ice or no ice?
Coffee. Coffee.
Bourbon, straight up.
Coffee. Just coffee, please. Just coffee.
Bourbon, straight up.
Coffee. Please. Coffee. Just coffee.
1 dry martini coming up. Take these plates for you?
Coffee, please. Just coffee.
Keep the tip.
Less than 2 hours to go before the hostage crisis deadline, and still no official comment from the FAA about the security breach in Southern California's radar system. Now, sources tell us that the terrorist is tampering with it using nothing more than a simple laptop with a modem.
Oliver. Kyle Jarvis was framed.
How do you know?
You blamed him because I said he'd been drinking, right? I found the waitress who testified against him.
Yes.
She was lying.
She admitted this to you?
Well, not exactly.
VR conjecture.
No, VR polygraph. Look, she was lying.
The crash was not the controller's fault.
Absolutely not.
Whose fault was it?
Maybe they were covering for that obsolete equipment. That stuff looked like it could have been from the 50s. Somebody has to answer for that. Not them. So they blame Kyle Jarvis.
It's a possibility.
I don't know what else it could be.
We have to find out.
Hurry, Tom.
You know, Sid, you're beginning to exhibit certain sociopathic tendencies that truly disturb me.
I have to find something more admissible than VR.
Crash happened 5 years ago. When did they scrap this stuff?
Not until all the lawsuits are over.
Oh, well, you know. That'll be what, never?
It wasn't Kyle. It wasn't the radar. It had to be the plane.
Oh, we're gonna find all that out in less than an hour. Good.
68, 61. Guess not. Come on, Doug, close it up.
Yep. Uh-huh. They're dead. Every one. Right on schedule.
You want us to be cut off? How are you gonna keep track of what's going on?
I don't know. Take a pretty sophisticated piece of equipment, wouldn't it? Huh. Let's see. Everybody remember Phantom jets from the training days? Got a whole fleet of them here.
You can't do that. Their computers won't be able to tell the difference between the real planes and the fake ones. It'll overload.
Yes, it will. Why? Do you care?
Of course I care. Wouldn't have taken this damn job if I didn't.
Pretty good money for an arcade game.
It's not a game.
Sure it is. Blips on the screen, 3D chess, and we're just the pawns. I wake up to their faces. They stare at me until I close my eyes again at night. I wish I was on that plane. Dying's a lot easier than living with it.
Why are you doing this?
Because it's their turn. I want them to feel what it's like to have all the responsibility and none of the control.
What is it?
That's it, everyone. Time's up. I don't see my jet, so time to start shooting.
That was 2 minutes ago.
It's gone too far. You tell who's ever pulling your strings. We have to move now, or this blood's on your hands.
Do what you have to.
I need to find Oliver Sampson. Can you tell me where you think?
Keep the tip.
Over here, please.
What are you doing here?
As far as the negotiator, who are you, a reporter? Don't see any credentials. Afraid I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. Officer, over here.
Did you hear Marshall Riddle?
Yes, Mr. Patterson?
Patterson. You were the head investigator of the 503 crash, weren't you?
Could you please escort this young woman off the front?
Wait a minute. You paid Marshall Riddle. You paid her to blame Kyle Jarvis for the crash, didn't you? What are you hiding? Why did that plane go down?
This way.
Why is container 19 empty?
Come with me.
No, he already took the car back.
Let her go. Would you excuse us, please? I don't know where you get your information, but the official story is true. Jarvis was drunk. It was his fault. And if for any reason some crazy individual starts shooting her mouth off about some other theory, it's going to be awfully hard to prove without the wreckage now, isn't it?
But you're lying.
Blue leader to red team. We're on the move. Let's go. Safety's off. Keep your eyes open.
Where's Oliver?
Not now.
Oliver, listen.
Careful. Watch your fire. Here we go. Northwatch, red team, prepare for backup. Here on out, you watch for my signal.
He's not guilty. Oliver.
We had no choice.
Nobody's.
Yeah. Wait. Everybody shut up! The Home Office in Washington. They're getting calls from all over the place. According to the radar, the country's being invaded by 747s.
Oliver, Kyle planted a logic bomb.
A what?
That's what he was using to hack into the FAA computers. A logic bomb, it's a program within a program, a virus. Look, he's overloaded the system. There's going to be more than radar crashing in a minute.
What can you do about it?
More than I can for Kyle.
That's not what I asked. Do you think I wanted him killed too?
Look, I need the lines to the tower back up, and I also need Kyle Jarvis's computer.
Come on.
I need the password to hack into the FAA mainframe.
I can find out.
Never mind. Only would have saved a couple of seconds. We're in. Hidden in the flight manual.
Pilots following the internet all the time.
Here goes.
You can disarm from here.
From here. From your car phone. From any phone. Your system is about as secure as a box of Cheerios. Sir.
Coast Air 504, once STA 767 passes, you are cleared to taxi to the gate.
Roger, 67 Kilo, San Diego.
6910, right on hotel, left on Lima, enter in Tango.
Taxi to Stevens, hold short.
891, hold short.
The situation has been resolved with the cooperation of the FAA and local agencies. I'm happy to report the hostages are fine. Now, as pleased as we are that the ordeal is over, and contrary to the picture that perhaps is being painted by some in the media, we are ready and anxious to get back to work.
What about the stress level? We keep hearing how bad it is.
Well, as I said, that's a misconception that we are very happy to correct. Our facilities are well equipped, the computers and components as up to date as need be. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Patterson, sir, care to give us a statement?
Oh, yes, I would. This is the final chapter of a very unpleasant story that began 5 years ago. Kyle Jarvis was a liar and a coward back then, and today's events proved him to be a danger to society as well. He was solely responsible for the crash of Flight 503, and we have the good Lord to thank that there were no such disasters played out here today.
Yeah, got you now. Yeah.
This book is closed.
Looks like you're never coming back.
Leave me alone.
I'm not a reporter, if that's what you're worried about.
It's not what I'm worried about.
I just need to ask you some questions.
Leave me alone.
I just want to talk.
I said get away.
I'm not going to hurt you.
I don't owe you people anything. I just want to get out of here.
I'm not one of them. I'm trying to find out who they are. Kyle Jarvis is dead.
So I'm next?
Let me help you.
I thought I'd be okay. I had the bar, everything I wanted. I just didn't count on the guilt.
Did Patterson pay you off the cover for faulty equipment?
I don't know. They didn't tell me. I ruin a man's life, I don't even know why.
Who's they? Who's they? Aerostar Avionics?
The men! In suits, just like you. In the bar, in the grocery store, outside my gym. Every once in a while, just enough to remind me. Well, I never forgot. Not for 1 minute. So get it over with. You frame Kyle and then you let him die. I should have known I'd never get out of this alive. So you see, it's just a matter of time.
Do you think it was all for nothing?
Little guy versus the system? Little guy loses. Nothing new about that, Sid.
Thought he was doing the right thing.
You remember little Donnie Ross from Mrs. Humphrey's science class?
Huh.
You remember that day he poured juice in the ant farm because he thought the ants were thirsty? He thought he was doing the right thing.
They drove Kyle crazy. They framed him. They didn't have a chance.
Oh, the proverbial they. An amorphous force in society in which all evil gets pinned. Hobbesian philosophy aside, though, what happened to the spirit of individualism? That notion that all men should be held accountable for their own actions.
They should, shouldn't they? Whether or not there's evidence.
Patterson here.
It's something, isn't it? Like 503.
It's amazing.
These are the actual pieces salvaged from the crash. We assembled them on a chicken wire frame built to scale.
It's like a reverse autopsy.
Exactly.
Why?
Find out what caused the crash.
I thought you knew what caused the crash.
We do. It was human error. The controller had been drinking. Not much left when one of these things hits hard. We tagged every seat with the name of the passenger and checked every possible angle. And we can say with 100% assurance what caused the crash. Coffee.
Couldn't it have been equipment failure?
GNT, I sympathize.
The plane was clean.
Coffee.
Perhaps something manufactured by Aerostar Avionics. Didn't they give you a big job right after the crash?
Coffee.
It was human error. Kyle Jarvis.
Liars, Patterson.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You paid for the cover-up. Aerostar or someone else. You knew all along there was a bomb, you pompous... I was going to be one of those body bags that you line up at the crash site.
You're a fool, Samson.
How do you know my name? How do you know my name?
Go ahead, kill me. You'll never find out what you want to know. It comes from a circle deeper than either of us have access to.
What circle? What do you mean?
That box on my nightstand. Open it. Look under the compartment.
The committee.
You're beginning to understand. May I get up now? Thank you.
Why?
Why not? Maybe you had it coming. Something you did, something you didn't do. But hey, while you're considering all the angles, might as well consider this. Maybe it was coincidence.
I don't know coincidences.
None of us matter, Samson. The closer in you get, the more you realize how expendable we all are. The committee wanted that investigation closed. I did it for them 6 years ago. And you did it for them today when you sent in that SWAT team. They always win, right or wrong. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've had a very long day.
LA Times, City Desk.
Kyle Jarvis was framed. You want to know how?
Kyle Jarvis, the man who took over the tower? The one who was shot? That Kyle Jarvis? Well, if it's him, then I'm interested.
Mm-hmm.
Oliver! Oliver! Oliver. Oh, you knew all along, didn't you?
Knew what?
About everything. about Kyle. You know what caused that crash. Did you? You sent me in anyway.
I was never sure.
About what? About the bomb?
There was a bomb.
The bomb you planted under your seat? You killed 232 people.
I never planted any bomb.
Then why did you get on the plane?
I was. I got off it. I don't know why. Maybe if I'd stayed, I would have found it. I don't know.
You're saying that bomb was planted to kill you?
5 years I've wondered why I'm alive and those people are dead. 5 years I've thought about that moment. Maybe you believe me, maybe you don't. But you more than anyone should know how one moment can change your life. How it can haunt you forever.